iDriveSoCal is brought to you by the very best auto retailers from across Southern California. When it's time for you to buy, or even just kick the tires on the idea of buying, just go to iDriveSoCal.com and click on dealers. iDriveSoCal.com, click on dealers, and get connected. Now, on with the podcast.
Three of my favorite roads, but also three that are very, very well known to anyone who's an automotive enthusiast. If you really enjoy driving, these are roads you are very familiar with here in Southern California.
Welcome to iDriveSoCal, the podcast all about mobility from the automotive capital of the United States, Southern California. Tom Smith here with our good buddy, pal, chum, amigo, the good professor, Mr. Clinton Kwan. Say hello, Clinton.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, hey, hey. Today's podcast is about, it's a continuation of our justifications of that little rambling that I give at the open of each podcast, the automotive capital of the United States. But again, not only is it the automotive capital of the United States, but Southern California is, in fact, the automotive capital of the world. And now that's a big statement. I've had numerous calls, emails, snail mail from various entities in Detroit, cease and desist and whatnot. And the mayor called and they're all up in arms. How can we possibly say Southern California is the automotive capital of the United States, much less the world? By the way, totally joking. I haven't heard from anybody in Detroit. But so at any rate, it is a big statement. And when I first came up with the statement, it was a little bit of showmanship flair, a little bit of what is a big headline, a big bold thing that I can say about our situation here in Southern California and driving. We know that it's challenging, to say the least, when we're in intense seas of cars and traffic. But so the good professor was kind enough to reinforce that, yeah, man, you're right, and for a number of reasons. So this podcast is about one of those reasons. And categorically, that is beautiful stretches of scenic highways / roads. Now, I'm not from Southern California. I'm from teeny tiny town in Northern Illinois, by way of Chicago. Came out here about 12, 13 years ago. So I'm pretty familiar with the roads that the professor's about to talk about, but not as intimately familiar as he is. So, Professor, what do you have for us? These stretches of highway / roads are famous, scenic, and further enforce the fact that Southern California is the automotive capital of the world.
Well, we're going to talk about three of my favorite roads, but also three that are very, very well known to anyone who's an automotive enthusiast. If you really enjoy driving, these are roads you are very familiar with here in Southern California. And we're going to start with number 3, which is Angeles Crest Highway, located in the Angeles National Forest, just north of the San Gabriel Valley. And that connects La Cañada, Flint Ridge, all the way out to Wrightwood. It's about a 66-mile drive.
Okay.
And it's
66-mile drive, but that has no connection to Route 66, right?
No, it has no connection to Route 66.
Just making sure, because that's, something that for those that might be listening outside of Southern California, when the professor says San Fernando Valley.
Oh, San Gabriel Valley.
Oh, San Gabriel. Okay.
San Gabriel Valley.
I take that back. I take that back. Go ahead.
Yes. Just north.
Carry on, Professor.
Just north of the San Gabriel
I'm going to
Valley.
zip my lip.
You were going to ask me something, right?
Nope. Okay. Carry on. Angeles Crest Highway.
Yeah, so this is Angeles Crest Highway, and when I go on this drive, I usually like to start out in La Cañada, Flint Ridge, which is just north of Glendale, and that's where Highway 2, and it traverses through the Angeles National Forest, and you'll reach some of the highest points in all of LA County along this drive, and it's an absolutely beautiful drive. It's it's a 2-lane road. Great place to go for a drive, especially in the springtime, summertime. If you're going to go in the wintertime, you might need a 4x4, and some of the roads they might be closed off.
Really?
As well.
Really?
Yeah.
So two-lane road, the whole stretch?
From everything I can remember, it is a 2-lane road the entire stretch.
So lots of twists and turns, 2-lane road. You got some altitude there.
Yes.
So that means that you have some tricky driving in altitude and weather, and especially when you're saying that it could be shut down from time to time.
Yes, it definitely could be shut down, especially during wintertime. I remember, I think the last time I went for a drive, I actually got to drive a BMW 7 Series. It was a vehicle it was the latest 7 Series, which I got to drive for 3 days, and I decided to go for a drive, and I actually got to see the current, at the time, which was the brand new Infiniti Q60. And there were a number of, I believe they were journalists who were test driving the vehicle out there on Angeles Crest Highway. So it's a great place to go test drive a new vehicle.
So test drivers, and you've test driven some of the vehicles from our dealer partners out on that highway, yeah? A little bit?
Not that highway.
No?
No, I haven't.
I thought you did.
No,
okay.
Not that one. Not that highway.
Well, I'm batting 1,000 here on my on my wrongness of commentary. So when you say that part of the road is closed down in the wintertime, that's because it's snowfall?
I think snow.
Okay.
Yep.
So do you know what altitude it gets up to?
I believe it's, if I remember correctly, I think it's 7,900.
Oh, wow.
feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, very cool. Angeles Crest Highway. There you have it. One of the beautiful scenic roads that is well known to car lovers near and far. And one of the feathers in the cap of why Southern California is the automotive capital of the United States and world. So that was number 3 in 3 of 3, and we're counting up to 1 being your favorite.
Yes.
So what do you got for 2?
Number 2, got to go with the Pacific Coast Highway being in Southern California. There's nothing quite like taking a drive along the coast.
PCH, baby.
Yeah, from Santa Monica to out to Point Mugu, right before you hit Camarillo and Oxnard.
Yep.
It's about a 35-mile drive.
Point Magoo's just fun to say.
Yeah.
Magoo.
It's fun.
I wonder if you remember the cartoon character, Mr. Magoo?
Yes, I do.
I wonder if that came from Point Magoo.
I don't think so.
Because he was a bad driver because he couldn't see very well, if I remember right.
Yeah.
That would be one of my mom's insults that she would throw at drivers.
Problem.
Calling a bad driver Mr. Magoo or something. So PCH. Now PCH has made it into, and going back real quick to Angeles Crest Highway on the PCH point, lots of TVs and movies. PCH has made it into.
Oh yeah,
TV shows and movies.
Yes.
Angeles Crest Highway, same thing. Maybe we just don't quite know about it.
Yeah,
as much.
I'm sure there's a good number of commercials and
PCH.
movies.
You got. Yeah, I mean that's commercials constantly. You got the beautiful Pacific Ocean on one side, and various things, various scenes to the other.
Along the way, you've got the beautiful Getty Villa in Pacific Palisades.
Yeah.
And then there's all those other really beautiful scenic roads that connect Pacific Coast Highway, including Topanga Canyon, Canaan Dune, Las Virgenes. So there's a number of other roads that connect to PCH. And you've got Malibu, home to celebrities.
The Boo.
Yeah. Yes.
The Boo. That's like when we were talking about, is it Porsche or Porsche?
Yeah.
If you own one, it's Porsche. It's Malibu if you don't live there.
Yeah.
If you do, it's the Boo.
And speaking of Malibu, that they also have their own cars and coffee.
They do, don't they?
I think they do that twice a month.
All right.
Yeah, it's on a Sunday, early in the morning, 7 to 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Number 1, got to go with Mulholland Highway.
Mulholland Highway.
Yeah.
Now, Mulholland Highway, but there's also the Mulholland Drive.
There's Mulholland Drive. So Mulholland Drive is a more urban stretch, and that goes from the Cahuenga Pass, right by the Hollywood Bowl overlook, all the way right past 405
All right.
to Encino. And that's about a 20-mile stretch. However, being in the urban area and with a lot of where it's so residential, there's a lot of traffic, so you're not going to be able to really take your car out and really enjoy it as you would out on Mulholland Highway. But there's a lot of overlooks along Mulholland Drive, so it's a great place where you can get views of the San Fernando Valley and the West Side and Hollywood.
Now, again, you know these roads much better than I believe I've been on all of them for sure. I don't know that I've traversed the entire length of each one. With regard to Mulholland specifically, I think I may have been on part of it that you've never been on. And that is,
The
correct
dirt
me if,
path?
Exactly.
Yes, I've never been on the dirt path.
I
Yes.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. There's killer mountain bike trails up. I want to say it's the Westridge Trailhead, which you get into off of Sunset. I'm forgetting but it's up in the Palisades.
Yeah.
And then you take a fire road up to Dirt Mulholland, and then there's some single track that drops you down into the canyons in there. And oh my God, I used to love that mountain biking. And interestingly, up there, it's fire road. So the only vehicles that get up there are county vehicles, Los Angeles County.
Yeah.
But have you ever been to Nike Tower up there?
I have not been to Nike.
Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay. Nike Tower is actually a relic of the Cold War. And it was an old lookout point for, I think it was Nike missiles or something like that. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been up there, but it's a little bit of a landmark up there on Dirt Mulholland. I'm so excited that I've actually been on something that you haven't. That's really cool. Although it's not in a car, it's on my mountain bike, but hey, I drive SoCal on my mountain bike sometimes. So there you have it. You have Angeles Crest Highway. You have PCH.
We didn't talk about Mulholland Highway. That's
I'm sorry, Professor. Please.
That's the portion that.
Okay, that's the portion that had you really excited.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's about a 30-mile stretch.
All right.
Going from Calabasas all the way out to the Pacific Ocean, the LA Ventura County line.
Okay.
And that is just an absolutely beautiful stretch of road. And the further west you drive, the more narrow the road gets, and you get these amazing views of the ocean the further west you go.
Okay. So you know what? Were you done?
Yes.
Let's be helpful to you, our listener, and Angeles Crest, PCH, Mulholland Drive /Highway. Let's break down if somebody really wants to go enjoy these scenic routes, when would be the best times to go and enjoy each, where they can actually drive? Now, not push their sports car to the limit drive, but drive to take in the scenery.
Well, definitely if you're going to go on Angeles Crest Highway, you want to go when the weather is nice.
Okay. So we want to do a spring, summer, fall kind of thing, not in the winter.
Summer, yeah. Winter, you just don't, if it's raining or if it's snowing, then
so that's
maybe closed off.
That's the season, but then what time of the day and what day or days?
I always recommend going as early as you can. Probably a weekday would be best, but if you're going to go on a weekend, start at 8 o'clock in the morning when there's less traffic. But if you can go on a weekday, Monday to Friday, then those would be the best days. And definitely on Mulholland, there's going to be a lot more.
Monday to Friday at 8 a.m.?
Well, like
or like 4:35 a.m.
No, 8 o'clock should be fine. If you're
8 o'clock Monday through Friday on Los Angeles. I mean,
no. If you're already out there, not driving at 8 o'clock,
get on the road.
Yeah. Well, be at Mulholland Highway at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about Angeles Crest first.
Okay. Yeah, Angeles Crest should be the same thing. Same thing with Mulholland. Now, Pacific Coast Highway, that's a whole different story.
Okay, so Angeles Crest and Mulholland, 8 a.m. Monday through Friday, as well as Saturday or Sunday then.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday should be fine too.
Okay, starting points.
Yes.
Not
starting.
leaving your house wherever you're coming from.
Yeah, I don't know.
Commuting to there, whatever.
Everyone has
Where are you coming from? You, podcast listener. No, really you. Yeah, you're the one I'm talking to. You. I'm just kidding. Obviously, we're all going to be coming from many different points.
Yeah.
So that's Angeles Crest and Mulholland Drive / highway both.
Yes.
Okay. And then Mulholland is it the same thing? It's just Angeles Crest that wouldn't recommend doing the winter. Mulholland's okay in winter, right?
Mulholland's fine in the winter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just Angeles.
Not if it's raining hard. They might have some road closures.
Well, if it's raining hard, you probably don't want to be driving anywhere in Southern California because our drainage stinks here and it just like everything turns into a lake immediately.
Yeah.
So,
but I did do that drive in the Elantra when it was raining pretty hard.
Professor. Okay. So Angeles Crest, Mulholland, we got the Mulholland Drive and highway down, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now PCH. Now PCH is a massive commuter stretch.
Yeah.
There's really gonna be, I'm one to say, you know what, seriously, if you want to enjoy it, get out there at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because, well, no.
You probably don't want to
because it's gonna be dark. You're not gonna see the ocean, right?
Yeah, that's too early.
But okay.
I would say on a weekend, go early. If you're going on a weekday, you want to go after everyone's.
But weekend early, like 8 a.m. on a weekend, you're gonna be sitting in beach traffic.
Yeah, you could be
pretty much year round because there's so many tourists out here that are trying to get to the beach, thinking that in December it's gonna be comfy cozy on the beach in Southern California.
Well, 6:30 should be good.
Okay. There you have it, folks. The professor's number 321, Angeles Crest Highway, Pacific Coast Highway, Mulholland Highway / drive. And of course, I chimed in a little bit there with Dirt Mulholland.
And I also want to add in Mulholland Highway was named after the famous civil engineer, William Mulholland. And it was designed as a scenic byway.
What is a scenic byway design?
Highway designed to.
So it was designed to be scenic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And of course, there's speaking of movies, there's Mulholland Drive was the name of a movie, wasn't it?
I think it was the name of it was either a movie or a television show. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's been numerous movies filmed on Mulholland Drive or Mulholland Highway as well. There was one time I went on a drive and I think they were filming, I believe it was an Acura commercial. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a great place to go for a drive. Great place to film a commercial, especially with all the twists and turns.
All right.
Yeah.
Back to you. Planning on filming a commercial, are you? Mulholland Drive. Give that a try. Contact us at media@iDriveSoCal.com. We'll forward that over to the professor, and he can be your consultant on the shoot. All right. Anything else?
I think that's it. Yep.
All right. Professor, as always, thank you so much. That was our continuation of justifying why Southern California is the automotive capital of the United States as well as the automotive capital of the world. And this was, what are we calling this one? Beautiful scenic drives for auto enthusiasts.
Yes. And these are the roads where you do want to, this is where you want to.
You want to take it in.
Yeah.
You're just as good being a passenger.
Yeah.
As a driver. Probably better being a passenger than a driver, actually.
Either way.
I know I've been on PCH.
Yeah.
And yes, but I'm so safety conscious now that I have my son.
Yeah.
I'm well, I'm so safety conscious that I'm not going to be driving and sightseeing. And then at the same time, I'm not going to be a passenger with my wife driving because I love you, babe, but I'm just a better driver than you. But that's it. Okay. Professor, thanks again. Thank you for listening. For iDriveSoCal, I'm Tom Smith. We will reconnect very soon.
This episode was engineered and edited by Micah Palmquist.
Hey there. Still wanting more iDriveSoCal content? Just go to iDriveSoCal.com. From there, you can subscribe to our podcast and newsletter. And you can connect with one of our awesome car dealer partners to get yourself a sweet new high-tech wonder on wheels. And oh yeah, we always want to hear from you. So please connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. Or if you're not a big social media-ite, you can email us suggestions for stories, people, places, or events you think we should cover. Here's the address: media@iDriveSoCal.com. That's media, MEDIA, at the letter I, drive, DRIVE, SoCal, SoCal.com. Media@iDriveSoCal.com. Thanks again for listening, and definitely reach out with whatever's on your mind.